It was crazy. I didn't need one.
Bumps and bruises, 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 bumps and bruises. Bumps and bruises, 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 bumps and bruises.
Yeah, shout out the priest in the chat. Bumps and bruises, we like the fuses. Grab a seat and hear what the news is. Don't confuse us, you know the name. We the best and the brightest in this podcast game. Derek Marcos and Drizzen with the hot takes and recaps. Hit us in the chat, we welcome all feedback. Turn it up, cause we giving them hell. We the best in the business, now ring the bell.
Bumps and bruises, 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 bumps and bruises. Bumps and bruises, 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 bumps and bruises.
Yes, sir.
He ran and grabbed the belt during the intro.
I want to go turn off the light.
No, not you.
Oh. I don't think I'm reach either.
All right, let's get this out the way. Welcome, everybody, to another fantastic episode of Bumps and Bruises Podcast, Mania Edition. So we're going to talk about Mania. We're going to talk about a couple things that are around. We're going to mainly talk about a little bit of the lead up to Mania. And you know, as our fearless leader represents the brand at Mania, you know, it's going to be a fun weekend. Once again, my name is Marcos, aka at the Sunset Kid 56. I'm joined by these individuals above me. Go ahead and say your names, peoples.
I'm Derek, that tall belt guy.
Okay, that was very charismatic. I'm Derek, tall belt guy.
I'm that guy.
Wait, is tall belt guy even your handle?
I don't know, but I think I'm gonna take it now.
You better go get it. Somebody else might. Kevin Nash might already have it.
He might. You know, who knows? I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I gotta make a whole new.
I got a couple suggestions of where you can put it.
Oh, I can shove it. Is that one beer?
You get 2 beers, 3 beers. No, this is
another beer.
Bloom energy drink, bro.
Oh. All right.
Well, Shane is not going to introduce himself. Well, that's Shane.
Yo, you introduced me already.
No, I didn't.
He didn't. He said you two guys, the two guys up there. And he was like, introduce yourselves. And then I went first.
And then you never finished.
Now we're here.
Shane at Drizzen pretty much everywhere. Drizzen 13 once or twice.
You know what? Let's talk about this. Shane, we're going to need you to put your name up there.
Nah.
I mean, you said it, so I'm just gonna call you Shane, like Roman calls CM Punk Phil. Like, listen, Shane. Listen, brother. So
Look,
we
making you hate on me.
We are at a weird place. We're at the you can feel it. You can smell it in the air. It is WrestleMania weekend. And of course, you guys can't see it, but we get the return of an individual that never really left.
Oh, I was like, Penta? Wasn't that Penta that just fell?
Pat McAfee?
Yep, exactly. Pat McAfee is back to save us from everything. And also, guys, if you guys like and subscribe, and I'll make Derek follow or pick somebody, I could give this to somebody. It is 3D printed Penta insignia. Anyway, but
it's illegal merch. It's bootleg.
Hey, it'll be cheaper than anything on WWEshop.com.
And it's probably 10 times better.
I mean, it's free, so definitely cheaper. But all jokes aside, guys, we had a wonderful week of Graps. Unbeknownst to me until about 5 minutes before the pay-per-view, before I got a text message that said, "Hey man, you watching AEW?" And I was like, "Huh?" And so AEW had AEW Dynasty, one of their actually better pay-per-views in terms of their long pay-per-view history. It always sneaks up on me because it's usually isn't it a lot earlier than the time frame? Like I feel like it's closer to the beginning of April than mid-April. But we got it. It was decent. Go check that out. The only gripes that I had is so MJF retained.
And how did he do it? I bet it's a shocking and new way.
No, he basically it was a good match. Even though Kenny Omega looked winded the entire match. I don't know if that was a character thing he was selling or something, but he did not look 100% okay. He sold an amazing pile driver from the side skirt of the ring through a table. It was.
But hang on, the key thing and the thing that I'm harping on here is what led to that pile driver.
Well, it's he used the ring. He always
shockingly. MJF used the diamond ring to.
I mean,
to
there's
over.
things that are certain in wrestling. MJF is going to use the ring, and Triple H loves a masked man. So these things that are always going to be constant, like the fact that Derek throughout his own podcast looks like he's distracted with something else. It's always going to happen. They're just constants always.
When you run a business, man.
Hey, I completely understand, but it's also one of those situations that it was good. It was a good card in terms of graps. Certain matches did not book themselves the way that they can. Namely the 6-man tag match for the 6-man belts. It was a dog versus a conglomeration, which you saw a returning Kyle O'Reilly. That match didn't end early, but it gave us a shock finish because one of the guys blew his shoulder out mid-match. I forgot what is his name.
Was that on the like pre-card? Was that a
No, that was the main pay-per-view. So what happened was Kyle O'Reilly did a suicide dive out of the ring, and basically upon being caught by, and I'm gonna pull this up right now, being caught by Gabe Kidd, I guess it just dislocated his shoulder, and they were able to pop back in. But as you know, Shane, with your coaching experience with young men, they popping in the shoulder only works in like best of the best. You know what I mean? Like you're in for extensive surgery after that. It's not like, oh, I'm good. Like, you ever seen action movies when the guy's like yeah,
you
let's
get
keep
those
on fighting.
really rare occasions where it can pop right back in with no damage, but that is like 1%, a 0.5% chance.
So this led to the Dogs, the War Dogs, as they were known in New Japan, losing a belt that they won less than 24 hours ago. So and it sucks because this is like a string, and I don't know if it's bad luck. I don't know if it's just universe. There's a string of injuries when guys go to AEW and they get hurt. Just like there has been a string of injuries, namely for Seth Rollins leading into Mania. It's like I don't know what's going on. I don't blame the booking. It's just misfortune.
Well, with Seth, I blame the booking.
Is it a string of injuries, or is it, he played us and then he really got injured?
Yeah, it was booking karma.
I don't know, man. Like this is like the third WrestleMania in a row that he goes in with an injury. Like, think about it. The reason he was booked, I believe, last year in the 3-way was because he was favoring his back or something. The year before when Cody won, that was the infamous, he's in a tag match and then he lost in the beginning. Like, there's been a couple of years in a row where it's like, man, this man is falling apart. And it's not even that he's falling apart. It's the mileage that he has on his body. Like, he's probably, I know they said that, who was it? They said that the two people that wrestled the most in the WWE in the last year. Do you guys remember who that was?
LA Knight and Jey Uso.
LA Knight and Jey Uso, but I think like in the last 10 years, it's gonna be hands down Seth Rollins. Like even with the injury time, Seth Rollins, like he never misses a show. But not only does he open up with promos, he's usually wrestling or getting physical. You know what I mean? It's very rare for him to come out, do the what I call the Roman Reigns, which is come out, do a promo, and then it's like, all right, later, y'all. It's always like, I'll see you at the ring tonight. Like, and it's like, bro, take a day off. But, you know, it's unfortunate what happened to Gabe Kidd of the War Dogs. It was a couple good matches that they had, but the only reason I'm bringing it up is the gripe of a couple things of that occurred in matches that I really did not like. And the first one was was Will Ospreay versus Jon Moxley, where Jon Moxley hits his DDT finisher, and Will Ospreay just like literally gets up and hits him with his finisher. No sell whatsoever. And I get it. They went for a moment, but it's like, bro, why? And it wasn't like he got knocked out afterwards. Like if they would have ended in like a double count out or something, or like both men can't compete, I get it. But no, it was a zero sell. And before you jump in, Kenny did this. Kenny no-sold a second rope Canadian destroyer in Canada and just went and hit a V trigger. Did not show after effects. He just did it and pinned him, and then was like, and then the crowd was like, yeah. And I'm like, am I an old guy for this?
I feel like that's something that's carried over from New Japan, but when they were doing it in New Japan, it was a lot less frequent. Like it would be that thing like, oh my goodness, Kenny Omega has put his heart and soul into this, and because of that, he was able to get his last win and hit a V trigger. They do it once every 6 months, once a year. But and WWE has started doing it a little bit, but they are way more protective of it than, because they're more protective of the business than AEW and New Japan, a lot of these other folks. But AEW, it's 2 or 3 times a match.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that, like, I normally don't care because I'm like, hey, let the show go on. But it's like, these are your finishers of, like, okay, MJF, that was not his finisher, but it's like, bro, that's a devastating move. I know Penta does it all the time, but when Penta does it, he wins. Or at least the person gets a near 3 fall. It's not like he gets up, because it no-sold it. I was like, what? Since when is Kenny trying to kill the business? Like, Kenny does, like, he's normally very respectful. Like, I love the fact that his and Okada's finisher are the only finishers that it's like across the board, nobody ever kicks out. But I didn't watch this match, but I also heard Okada's finish, somebody kicked out of it.
Of the Rainmaker?
Yeah, which sucks. Like, I don't know, man. It's one of those things, but that's my old man gripe for AEW. Still great product, you know, for those of you that just want action. Like, you know, I equate AEW to like the Raid, and Raid and the Raid 2, Raid Redemption, those action movies that is very, very action focused, very, very little plot. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
the initial Raid had a decent plot. Like, okay, there's this huge group going in trying to pull this off, and then the action just took over.
But let's be honest, there was like maybe 15 minutes total of dialogue and actual acting. Everything else.
All right, here's the setup. Go.
Yeah, it was like, and that's kind of like, you know, it all depends what you want. Like I like, you know, I like a dinner and a show. I don't like to, you know, get straight down to business. I like the full experience. At least WWE, sometimes when they get it right, they get it right. But sometimes they lean heavy into the show, which is like, all right, come on, guys. How many times are they gonna have break apart brawls? How many times are we gonna do a mask man? But you know, when they do it and it's like an even, like it just meshes well, it works. It's kind of like the Avengers movies. You guys realize that in the Avengers movie, and my wife told me this, and I couldn't see it since then. In the Avengers, until she said it, and that's all I see. In the Avengers movies, Shelby says that there's 3 plots. And the 3 plots is like there's the subplot between one of the focal characters, And then there's the last plot that they just throw in there for good measure. And then she said it always comes down to a battle in the sky. It's never a 1v1 except with the Avengers Endgame. It's always like invaders coming in and multiple people having to team up to stop an invasion or an army. It's never, and it's kind of like that's how WWE and AEW are sometimes, man, where they either lean on what their strength is as a company too hard. Like WWE outside of the athleticism, because both companies have amazing athletes, but WWE leans on the production value because that's what they offer. Along with the athletes, AEW leans on the matches. Like, we give you incredible matches. For some reason, they're using, for the most part, for the indies people, they're using those independent contractor clauses well. Like, I wish WWE, that was one thing that I wish WWE can do, where if they're in like Mississippi, they could get the top indie guy in Mississippi, have a barn burner match with like Seth Rollins, and then, if they sign him, they sign him, or they move on. But AEW would be like, you don't care what company you're on, like, come in, we're basically gonna destroy the match that indie that you come from could actually book and sell out like a huge show for them, but we're gonna give it to you on Wednesday, so that way people are gonna be like, oh, but in AEW it was much better. Like,
The other part of that is that's something that the WWE doesn't want. They don't want to shed light on, the best wrestling promotion in North Carolina, because then somebody finds out about that and they're like, you know what? I don't have to pay for WWE when they come here because I can go to this best wrestling promotion in North Carolina for $20 and get front row seats. So why am I going to pay $300, $400 for one night of WWE?
Here's the ugly thing that people don't talk about the indies is there's a lot of rinse and repeat of matches. You know what I mean?
Well,
yes, you'll want to go to the local indie because, by the way, always support your indie. But it's like when Kenny Omega, or let's say like Adam, like John Moxley, when he was on his tour of all the indies, it's gonna be the same matches. Like during Mania, like and Derek's gonna know this firsthand if he does anything outside of WWE. There's so many wrestling cards that it's pretty much the same people, just in different iterations.
Well, I think it was last year that Speedball Bailey had 16 matches over the course of the week.
Mm-hmm.
There was one night that he wrestled 6 matches between like 4 and 9 p.m.
Right. You got to get that money. I don't knock on people getting that money. Now, what about you, Derek? What do you think my assessment? I know I did that on purpose. Do you think my assessment of AEW playing to their strengths, which with the variety of matches and leaning more to like the athleticism versus WWE, because they both have great athletes, but WWE leans more on the pageantry and the production with the athleticism in tow. Like, they sometimes sway over to the pageantry a lot, as we saw in the last few weeks. Like, like I'm almost certain that AEW thought about it. Like, remember when they brought these actors that are from like different movies and from Warner Brothers, and they had them come out and kind of like get pushed by a wrestler or something? I think that's where AEW just decides, like, this is as far as we're going to go in terms of celebrity inclusion. You know what I mean? Because they're like, we don't want to jump the shark. Whereas WWE is like, wait, what? We could get this person and they want to get kicked in the face, and we technically don't have to pay them, because a lot of those guys, as we know through our experience, don't get paid. They just pop up. And they're like, oh my God, I'm living my dream.
I will say that I'd find it super surprising. I know it was mentioned that I'd be incredibly surprised if Jelly Roll, ISO Speed weren't getting paid.
I think they'll get paid for the match. I don't think anything leading up to it would. And I think if it's like, I think Jelly Roll's entire run with the WWE in the interim was not paid. It was more like, oh shucks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so Derek, AEW versus WWE. like I think both companies can coexist because I think they're in their fan base. Like in terms of if you look at their product and what they offer, their fan base are different. So that's why when you start doing the comparison, it's like, nah, man. Like some people, like like take for example, like I like Terrifier, right? But Shane is not going to take his family and kids to watch Terrifier.
Shane's not going to take himself because he'd be terrified.
Like Shane likes Scream. You can't knock the people. Can be like, oh, what are you talking about? Why you don't like the Terrifier? It's like, nah, man. It's an acquired taste. Like, So, what's your thoughts on that?
Here, I'm going to let him finish chewing, and there's a statement. There's a statement that we have to credit one Xavier Woods for that I'm sure has been used by many people out there. I've heard it before, but he's the one that I hear it used the most. And it actually struck me because I was guilty of this often, but these days I try not to yuck on somebody else's yum.
Mm-hmm. I use that quite often as well.
Yeah.
So, Derek.
So, I feel like this segment should definitely be called "What Really Grinds My Gears."
Yep.
That's how we started off like 21 minutes ago.
Well, so, it's one of those things because we're gonna get real deep into the weeds in WWE. It's their weekend. It's their week. You know what I mean? So AEW had a great pay-per-view for the most part. So we got to acknowledge it. It wasn't like mind-blown, but they set out, they were like, oh, we did that thing because, this is what we offer, It's like just matches. That should be their logo. AEW,
I will say
just
that
matches.
It's interesting because the pay-per-view prior to this, I felt had a lot more hype around it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the MJF Hangman no holds barred Texas death match.
They hit each other
with barbed wire and with light bulbs and through flaming tables, and then the diamond ring ended the match.
It's you know what I mean? I like it. You know why? Because Derek, did you ever watch ECW like way back in the day, like the early the 90s ECW?
I've seen some.
Okay, so there was a great wrestler called Shane Douglas there. And Shane, he was a wrestler. He didn't come in and hit you with a baseball barbed wire bat or whatever. He wrestled you. He pinned you. He hit you with a small package, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? And I like that they consistent. They are consistent. And I know what I said there.
I couldn't stop.
But anyway, but they're consistent. Like MJF is a dirtbag. That's the character he's playing. So he's allowed to this is what you're going to do. Like, you're like, oh, it's like Derek, you play video games a lot, right? Let's say we're playing Street Fighter or something like that. I suck at Street Fighter, but you're like this guy that's a legend that you've been playing. Like people are like, yo, Derek is the best one ever. I've never seen anybody. And then I just keep kicking you. And you're like, yo, what the hell? This guy beat me. That's what MJF is. It's like they're throwing all their best at him. And he's like, next. And he's doing it like, like it's like when the Spurs were winning. My man, when Tim Duncan was winning, now we're dunking on people. He was sitting there with a mid-range jumper and a hook shot. That's how he was beating people. And no matter how flashy you were, the Spurs were still winning. It's like, so as we end this, what grinds my gears segment, Derek, I want to hear your overall opinion on AEW versus WWE. And it's not a bashing thing. We're not picking sides. It's just like, this is something that I've been thinking about a lot recently, that, there's room for both. And I think tribalism sucks.
All right. Okay. So my take on the two, I like AEW because I get to see those wrestlers who are no longer with WWE. I get to see my Claudios, my Dean Ambrose, because I'm about to hit them with their WWE names because I'm not about to strain myself.
John Moxley.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And Cesaro.
I get to see
Claudio.
I say Claudio. So I get to see all those folks. I get to see, Adam Cole when he was, healthy and everything. And then you get those new people, and they actually get like shots at, you know what I'm saying, being the top guy or getting title shots and everything else. So I mean, like, I feel like AEW is for the people, but it's also a little. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's for the people because listen, Swerve wouldn't have gotten no love in WWE. That's why he got fired. Moxley,
so you think
was getting no real love? They was playing him. He was the lunatic fringe.
I got you, but do you think? Well, Swerve happened when Triple H already took over, right? Or was that a little bit of muddy time frame?
Triple H was trying to push Swerve in NXT, and the call up to main roster was happening, but Old Man was still in charge, and that's.
But they called him up to the main roster. The whole crew called the whole crew up to the main roster, and then fired all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them.
I think
B-Fab's still there.
I'm gonna kick you in your kneecap.
Is she not?
She is, but I understand what Derek is saying. Now, let me ask you this: do you think? I'm a firm believer, and barring knock on wood, I hope nobody ever is without their livelihood.
Yeah.
I think that people, if their spot is supposed to be their spot, they make it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like people said that, and this it's insane to say now. People said that AJ Styles will never be anybody outside of TNA, and look what he did. Like, he arguably, any company that he walks in right now, he can make a top company. Now at like, what, 49 or something? How old is he? He can still
this is true. This is true, but if you don't look a certain way in the E, like, you're not getting love like that, bro.
I don't know. I just think that certain individuals just want the freedom. Like, they're not meant to like follow orders. Like that's the best way. Like, take Ricochet. Ricochet arguably is in the same spot he was in WWE, but he's allowed to be himself. Nobody's giving him a script. It's kind of like you being on a show where you can improv versus being on a show that's like, nah, man, you bruh man from the fifth floor. We can't. That's who you are. You're not going to have a smart, you're going to be like, yeah, you're going to say some funny, dumb shit and then keep it pushing. You're not going to be like, well, I think this. It's like, nah, man, just play your role, keep it pushing.
But once again, like I said, you have to look a certain way.
I don't think it's to look a certain way. I just think that, like, do you remember Cole Cabana's old podcast? Like, before the one with CM Punk, he used to have skits on his podcast where he say creative has nothing for you.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's
Drew McIntyre. Let's talk about Drew real quick.
Okay.
Drew McIntyre in the beginning was about to get pushed to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
He was strapped to the rocket, but Drew sucked. He looked a certain way.
But then
Drew came back. He left, did his thing, got better, came back, went to NXT, did more work, and now he's the Drew of today.
Yeah,
he's the Drew who got us through the dark era, which is the era of no fans.
So let me ask you this: do you think Drew would have been a bigger star in AEW? And I say bigger star, I'm not talking about exposure. I'm talking about would Drew be the main focal point of AEW? And I think a lot of people keep forgetting about AEW, and this is not me being a judge, jury, or executioner here, is that AEW does not fully sustain their pushes. They ride a wave that's rather quick, and then they move on to the next person. There's only been 4 people that I can identify that has the sustained push, and that's number 1, Jon Moxley. I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
Like Jon Moxley, if something happens to that man now, they'll somehow find a way to tie the storyline back to him. Like, you know what I mean? If he blows out his knee, knock on wood, today, somehow they'll start a storyline that'll culminate with Jon Moxley coming back and him being behind the entire thing. Don't know how, but somehow they'll do it.
I did it on purpose.
Yeah. And then there's now MJF. Yeah. And then there is now MJF, Hangman, and and the fourth person rotates. It's either Okada or Kenny. It's like
I feel like they haven't sustained an Okada push at all.
But like he gets his booking, like, you know what I mean? And guess who we have joining? The fourth man coming in here with his Razor Ramon collar just popped open over here. It's like, hey yo,
he looked like I don't know how much beaches of Miami.
So I don't know how much you heard what we were talking about. So we kind of got into a debate. Derek said that AEW, one of the things that he likes is that people that don't have the look and don't make it in WWE gets some shine there. And I said they do, but there's a one constant thing that I've noticed in that company's young existence is that there's only 4 people that get the book 100%, and that is number one at the top, John Hogan Moxley, and I'm calling him Hogan because he is like the top dog. I'm not saying that he's racist. I'm just saying he like can call, like I'm almost certain like they can have a pay-per-view, like it could be like their Mania, all in and all out, and Moxley would come to the back and be like, TK, I've been thinking we should just have me beat down both guys and somehow me insert myself in this match and I win. And
I think, but do you think though that that's a result, or do you think there's a reason to that other than just these are the guys I trust, or do you think these are the guys that are the most willing to work? I'll say the guys who show up the most, the guys who don't complain. What, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that might have something to do with it? Like Mox, like we've determined that Mox just wants to wrestle. Like he just wants to fight.
Yeah.
Like that dude just wants to work.
But like, I can't answer those questions because I don't work there. And the other 3 people that I identified was number 2 is now MJF. Number 3, it is Hangman Page, which I thought he was going to be the result of like, later, bro, like we're never going to really get you back, but he gets a sustained push that is insane.
What's he doing now though? Where's Hangman?
He's not ever getting a push for the title.
Well, because they're going to lead him, and it's not like, you know what I mean? If it was anybody else, if this was like Christian Cage, you should be worried. You know what I mean? You'd be like, well, he's never going to, but this is Hangman Page. He's going to find a different way because it's wrestling, and they should have learned their mistake from Cody. And he's going to find his way back. And the other 2 people is Kenny. And the fourth person, I'm going to add a person to this rotation, is Okada. And Bryan Danielson. And if Bryan Danielson could still wrestle, he would be the top guy right now.
But these you named like the goats of the company.
But it's like
those would be the pillars if it wasn't for Darby Allin, whatever. But
what they called the other people the pillars.
Those are the pillars.
And arguably,
it's
the
like
biggest star when we got
like
there.
You sound like you're saying, oh man, WWE is cool. They give a lot of opportunity as long as you're Samoan. You know what I mean? Like it sounds like the Samoan argument where people are like, oh, well, they only give opportunities to the Samoans.
I'm just calling attention to something that people have forgotten, which is TK pushes the people that he likes. Like there's a default button. You know what I mean? Like I talked to you this weekend.
It's 6 of them. How many of them is it in WWE? 2?
It's probably 6. It's the same main event, and they swap them out. The main event.
It's clearly it's Seth, it's Roman, it's Punk,
it's Cody, and Cody. It's Drew, and then it's Orton. In the last 6-7 years, there's been a combination of those guys in the main event.
I don't know if I can agree with that because since I've been watching again, which is about 10 years now, Randy's been at the top once in that whole time.
But he's been circling. He's been circling.
Him and Bray had the thing in the beginning when I started watching, and then now.
Oh, and Brock,
like twice.
Brock, who literally has probably wrestled the fewest matches. It's always like these guys just circling the top. That if they're not on active TV, you're like, okay, they're gonna pop in.
I think you need that in wrestling. You need your attraction guys like that. When they show up, it means a lot if you beat them. Like if it's just the flavor of the month, if it's, let's just say Ciampa and I don't know, Andrade, and they just fight every week to see who's going to be a number one contender. We're like, I don't know if I believe either of these guys. You know what I mean?
But
it needs to be a name and a face, you know.
It's like, okay, like when John Moxley lost to Swerve, I literally was like, oh, give him a year. John is going to have the belt. Even when MJF lost after the whole thing with Cole, I was like, cool, he's going to get the belt. But when Swerve lost, I was like, ooh, how many years are we going to have to wait to see this man with the belt again? Like, you know what I mean? Like arguably Okada, what's his name? The other dude that he's now feuding with, and Ospreay have gotten the worst booking. I get it. Ospreay's been hurt, but I'm like, what does Ospreay earn or get from losing to Moxley? Like,
well, I think he gets his belt, first of all, and I don't think you want Ospreay to have that mid-card belt. So for that reason, I told you when you said it, I think they're setting it up for Ospreay to win at All In.
I would agree.
In London. Like this won't matter 3 months from now. You know what I'm saying? So why saddle him with a mid-card belt when his aim is much higher?
They can easily have a belt for belt thing. And like they did this before. Like it's one of those things like Darby Allin. The fact that if Darby Allin does not win on Wednesday, I'm not the biggest Darby. I'm not going to care if he ever wins. It's getting to the point that it's
I think
Sammy Uso levels.
I think this is the time. Yeah, I mean, you got a permanent underdog. Everybody loves the underdog. Like every era has had their great underdog stories, and I don't need, it might take a long time. It might be, or it might never happen. But I think if I had the book, I book Darby to go over this week. I give Darby the belt, even if it's for a month or two. I give Darby the book. I told y'all that should have happened when he came off Mount Everest.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That was the moment. But somebody was in the way. The final boss, Moxley.
and then on top of that, there's other people. Like if Wardlow does not come back, and God willing, he's healthy and he's still in the contract. If he doesn't come back and get some sort of push, like
he's an American Gladiator, isn't he?
Yes, he's
that's a push.
What was the name? Fang. He's Fang, and so I've had access to watch a couple of those episodes, and everybody that's been in wrestling with even Jesse Goddard from Camille has when they show the bio and they're introducing the Gladiator, they reference wrestling. Wardlow, aka Fang, professional bodybuilder, and I'm like, what?
Wow.
Like, yo, he was hot as fish grease. Like,
what does Rick Boogs get with his entrance?
I haven't gotten to him. I started those episodes late. I'll tell you when I see it.
Wait, so Rand, I got a question for you. Because I just want to know if you feel like how I feel. Do you feel like, because one of the things I said in this whole little spill that we're going over right now is that if you don't look a certain way in the company that we all watch, that you ain't really getting no love like that.
I get that. I get that, but
anybody would agree with that? Yeah, that's just there's a look, and that's funny. Cody was talking on his pod about that, and he said somebody told him, he's like, the reason why we work out is we want the marks to think we can beat them up. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to have a look that says, yo, that dude, I don't want to mess with him. He's obviously tougher than me. You know what I'm saying? If you come in looking like the dude in the front row, you don't really look like a champion. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the oldest play in wrestling.
Yeah, like, but let me ask you this, and this is a question and we can kind of move on and start talking about WWE. Is, do you rather have your favorite get recognized quickly and then they move on to the next person, or have a sustained push? Because I think if you last long enough, and let's be honest, you're right, there is a look, there is an ethnicity that WWE likes, but we're still in the
wrestling likes. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah. Okay, but we're still in the early stages of the new regime. Take the TKO out of it. Triple H still has the book, and he has shown promise that he could change that a little bit. And if you survive the cuts, there should be a spot for you at a certain point.
Derek said it. Triple H has a corner of the page. I don't think he got the book. He got the signature and the margins, but I don't think he got the full book, because not even the cape for him, because if he had the full book, we probably still wouldn't see the Street Profits or whoever. But the point is, there's a lot of talent that's just sitting there, but it's deep right now. Like we were just talking about, 5 people who won at last year's Mania aren't even on the card. Like you gotta be hot right now, and the industry's moving fast. And if you ain't hot, like that's just what it comes down to. Like I swore people love Tiffy. I mean, I didn't really see it because I was kind of new to it, but people loved Tiffy last year.
Oh yeah,
I don't hear nothing.
I think arguably Tiffy, Chelsea Green is a new Tiffy, except she's hurt and she doesn't have, like, you know what I mean, like the swell for her. Like her meet and greet sold quickly, like what up Chelsea there with Green. The big names.
Well, I think Chelsea, Unreal did that for her. Unreal did that. Like people realized, like, yo, they don't really want to see you be great. And like, we do, you know what I mean? And when you see that, you're like, all right, I gotta support this person.
Do you remember what was it, Survivor Series? How we saw so many people wearing her gear and her hat? And I was like, oh, okay.
But the people love Chelsea, but Chelsea won't be Tiff because WWE won't let her be Tiff, though. That's the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't even think she's in that in their mind. I don't even think she's in Tiffy's stratosphere. Like, because she's blonde, she's got the look, you know what I mean? I think they wanted that to become the next thing, and somebody's got to be enhancement. Like, I hate to say it, I see somebody mention B-Fab, somebody mentioned Nikita Lyon. Like, everybody can't be a star. Like, we need enhancement.
I mean,
like,
but
Lyra Valkyria, like we need an Iron Mike Sharp of this era.
But that's the thing, though. Like couldn't everybody be a star?
Good pull.
Everybody could be a star and everybody could be enhancement. Like Charlotte Flair is a star, but now she is also an enhancement.
Well,
but
because
she got pushed so hard to get to that point.
Right. But yes, she's absolutely a star. She has that pedigree. And so now her enhancing means a lot more, because it's like, yo, here's the greatest probably women wrestler as far as accolades, but taking L's. So that actually does boost people.
Let's be real. Her promo is not there, but Tiffy is a thoroughbred. She's young and is a freak athletically.
Well, she's a gymnast.
So she could sit out a couple manias. I'm not worried about her. Now, if she was like Stephanie Vakir, somebody that's like in her early 30s, and it's kind of like if she goes on soft footing now, it's kind of like, yeah, she's gonna end up on a main event. Like, I think Julia is another person. She's a little bit younger, I believe, but Julia has a little bit of time. I think they messed up pulling her out of NXT without a real plan. Because she could have run a rough shot there.
She could have had a moment to really be dominant there. They moving people up a little bit quickly, but it's just, there's a lot, man. The women are deep. Like, it's just super deep. Like, and so you gotta like shine, or you go to the back of the line, and like it's tough sledding right now for women.
Yeah, in all of wrestling. But the thing is, so to wrap up, what I was trying to point out is that in AEW, it feels like every pay-per-view, when we get on the group chats with each other or we talk on here, it's like, man, they got this guy. Why is this guy not working right now? It's more noticeable with AEW because they come in and they're like, look who we got. This is the greatest pickup ever. And then next week.
Yeah. Well, look, I think Tony answered that question on Coach and Bro a little bit. Just basically saying, and Vince Russo was trying to use Britt Baker as the example. He's like, okay, so you got Britt Baker there, who's a star and a pillar of your company. And she says she's healthy. She says she wants to wrestle, and she's not on TV. What's up with that? And he's like, yo, I love Britt. She's still under contract. I hope she'll be here for life. Things work in cycles here, and it's, I think what he's trying to do. and it kind of backfires because it's not the wrestling way, is he is preserving people for like seasons. And it might be your season might be 2 years from now. I hate to say, but because this guy literally has the book and he's booking every single show, you might get forgotten. You might be like, oh dang, you still work here. But like, I think he's booking in seasons and he's like, well, let me get everything I can get out of this, let's say Andrade storyline and situation before we go back to other guys. But people start showing up like Roosh. I'm like, dang, I forgot Roosh was still here. Like, there's so many dope wrestlers where you just forget about them. But the good news of that, like, yes, we want to see them. The good news of that is they're not out of a job. They're able to get, you know, benefits and pay, and they're doing well, and hopefully they're staying in shape, and they'll be ready when their numbers called. But like, yeah, people sit so long, and I think that AEW is a little more secretive about like contract lengths and stuff, that you just think people are out of contract when you don't see them. And he's like, nah, they're still here, they're still under contract. Like Jericho has just been sitting quiet, and you know, and was like, yeah, I'm coming back. You know,
I also feel like Jericho might have been reactionary. I think at some point he might have texted TK and was like, hey man, WWE showed interest, even though WWE is like, what? Or maybe like, I don't know. But it's like, I feel like Jericho is one of those shrewd veterans that can use rumors and innuendo to benefit him in the right way financially. You know what I mean? It's like whether it's all BS or not. Like, I'm sure he could be like, well, TK, you know, I want to come back. I could call Cody. I could call Trips. I could even call Taker and go down to Mexico, baby. Like, you know, I'm Jericho. I can reinvent myself. And I don't know, but it's like, I think WWE, we knock them. They slim down their roster to the point that it is next man up, and or sometimes to their benefit. Like, I think the fact that they stayed the course this WrestleMania season with injuries was very telling. Like, they're like, we're not going to do the reactionary signing. We're not going to do this. We're not going to plug in somebody. We have the vision, at least until TKO says otherwise. We're going to keep doing this. And that, whereas AEW, it's like they sign all these people and then they show them and present them in a light. And then you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Now they're not going to be on for a couple weeks. But let's talk about fun things. WrestleMania week, SmackDown. The only thing that I can remember of SmackDown outside of the obvious builds and a couple pretty dope matches, two things that pointed, and the number one thing is Io Sky taking a loss for no apparent reason other than just being Rhea's friend, and two, Pat McAfee doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down on the stupid booking that they're doing for him. It's like, I would think that they would just lean in and let Randy talk, but no, they were like, you know what? It's like, what was that LeBron meme? Here's another one for you.
Yeah. I wish I understood. I kind of get it, but of course I don't. I don't think I feel like they're just kind of going as they go along here, but ultimately this is to get heat. I think if Randy talks, they're going to cheer him, and they know that. And so they're like, nah, we got to let Pat take this over, because once they get in the ring, Cody's getting booed out the building. That's my opinion. And they're trying to stop that.
So Derek, like, I want to ask you this question first. Like, regardless of the push of the lead into WrestleMania, and I was looking at this because my cousin reached out. He was like, man, it doesn't feel like WrestleMania season, but that card though is kind of fire. Like, it's kind of like a movie that doesn't have a lot of great promo, but then when you watch it, people are like, yo, this movie was actually really good. And I think that card has a lot of potential. They have a lot of OG, like low-key bangers, but the way that they're getting us to it, I don't think it is. What do you think? Am I wrong here by the look on your face?
You think WrestleMania 42's card has a lot of bangers?
I think it has the potential of bangers. Let's go down the list. You got Oba, Brock.
Okay. The only one that
And
jumped
that's
out
it.
to me.
That's
Right.
the banger.
Well, this is based on the push. I think Roman Reigns and CM Punk is going to be a very good match.
Nah, because
And
let's hold on real quick.
Okay.
Let's jump into that one. Because
Okay.
Monday, last night,
Oh God, we gotta talk about it.
yeah, we might as well get into it.
I liked it. I'm just gonna start off right there.
You liked it? You liked the apology?
I did.
Oh
You
my
know,
Again,
okay. hold on.
Again, this is a commercial we're talking about. When
Hold
you
on.
get to the plot of the movie, these guys have
Hold
to be good in the ring. Do you?
I mean, I got you. They're both good in the ring. We know that.
Yeah.
We know that
Yeah.
part. You know what I'm saying?
So
We got the
their
OTC
interview
and the
leading
Best
up
of
to
World.
it,
But
it-
no, listen.
it's going to
'cause-
make the match suck.
I mean, because that's the whole thing. What is WrestleMania? WrestleMania is a build-up. It's a build-up for a whole year. You know what I'm saying? We have all these little feuds, and right now the women's feuds are looking better than the men's, and that's normally not the thing.
They're looking really good. Let's
Outside of Liv and her little step-up video that we saw yesterday.
Yeah,
That was the most confusing thing of the show.
the step up video.
I was waiting for WWE to post something on socials about it, but it's like maybe we all hallucinated it.
Listen,
Oh no, that happened.
shouldn't have ate those weird mushrooms.
Step up 3. Live and Dom get dirty.
Step
No,
up
because I mean,
three.
listen, like outside of that, the women's have just been heat promos and catch these hands.
Right.
Even Jade and Rhea, that started out hot. It cooled down a little bit, but it still catch these hands.
Mhm.
The man, bro, you gonna apologize? You talked about my daddy, my dead daddy, and said you gonna bury me next to my dad, and you just said sorry at the last Raw before WrestleMania.
It was a
I'm
good
sorry.
promo. It was a
My
good
bad.
promo, but that should have taken place on Monday Night Raw the night after.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. This is what you do after the match. It's
Yeah,
like,
hey man,
I'ma
like
shake my
after you
hand.
fight it out, you like, hey man, I
We
hate
fought
you,
it out.
but
We
respect.
scrapped. Respect. You don't need to do this before them. Like
They
took this match to
What?
the heights of disrespect,
like
and
we
then
went from-
and then just completely
and just
abandoned
threw
it.
water on it, bro. Gave me
They just
soggy bread.
abandoned it. They were like,
They gave me
"Ah,
soggy bread.
we went
It
too
don't make
far."
sense.
Which I know you guys are gonna crucify me here, which is gonna lead to what I think is gonna be a horrible thing. I know it was a joke. Everybody's like, imagine that. It's gonna lead to a Pat McAfee faction, and somehow you're gonna see the Wonder Twins of Cody and CM Punk get together and fight the McAfee boys, which is gonna be the dumbest shit I've ever seen in wrestling.
Oh, God.
I don't get it,
no.
man.
I think this is why. I think it's gonna be a situation where people are gonna be inserted, and it's gonna be like,
Well, how do you tell that story? Like now he represents TKO. He's the board.
Yes,
Like
Because
Yes.
someone has to be the face.
yes.
he's corporate. He's
I
the
mean,
corporate.
you
stooge.
said last week that we needed a corporate face.
I did say that, and now
And now, hey,
it's gonna happen.
blame Rand. Rand, tell them where you staying in Vegas so they can.
They were listening.
If they need somewhere to stay,
They were
or
listening.
they just need to come yell at you.
I guess they were listening. Oh God.
I'm
But
sorry, this is hilarious.
Here's what I'll say. So the reason I liked it is because a lot of times when you have like those real life fights, it starts off where you're like, hey, we're going at it, and it's just all we're gonna do is throw hands. And then if it's real, then it slows down and you're like, yo, are we really doing this? And you start to talk from that real standpoint, and then it blows up. So I kind of liked it from that standpoint.
Okay.
Hey, give me like half a second. Hey, Duke, good luck in your show tomorrow. If it was on Thursday, bro, I'd be there. And then I'm gonna give some context. Duke, the one who he commented on
My boy Derek
YouTube?
Duke Lawrence.
yeah. So that's my
Why do
little
you all
twin.
click that off so quickly? Let people see what we're looking at.
Right.
So that's my twin. Like we went to high school here. His name's
Okay.
Derek as well. When I
Oh,
tell
wow.
you outside of locks, we looked exactly alike. Like I was older than him. So I used to give him my ID when we used to get in the club. Like that's how much we looked alike. But
All right, move in. We got him. He confessed. Undercover for mad years. We got him. ID fraud.
so he wrestles now. He lives in Vegas, but he wrestles
Oh
now.
shoot.
So yeah, he has a show tomorrow. So
Oh
just
wow.
want some good luck since I saw that. So
Hey, well, good luck, my
Good
friend.
luck. But like, so you're telling me that in the ring, this pay-per-view cannot be saved. You're saying that you're like, forget it. Like, are you gonna watch it on replay?
I mean,
Are
we're definitely gonna.
are you
We're
gonna be
gonna watch.
texting when you're in the arena? I think the
Like,
We're gonna
potential,
watch.
It's-
We're gonna.
like, I think
So-
Is it
We got-
worth all the money that folks are paying for it?
No, that's why they've been on television all the
these-
last 2 weeks and
these
are
people-
throwing out discount codes.
They're
I
literally
know-
saying that it's not worth it.
I'm like, literally, I know a person who has I don't know what happened. Okay.
but,
You
Anywho,
stop talking.
because the thing popped up again and it threw me off. I know someone who has tickets and they paid $37,000 for their tickets with an S, a
all
capital
right,
S.
Shaden, it's crazy that you cancel your WrestleMania trip. But anyway, continue.
But
That's
legit, like
crazy.
that's
yeah.
crazy, and it's not. It don't feel like it's worth it.
I think
And
now.
y'all know I pay some money for my tickets because I sit on the floor and I sit close.
I
It's
think-
not.
Based on what you're saying, Derek, I think everybody back there that's not involved in this Pat McAfee thing is thinking we got to burn it down. Like we have to bring it and make this the
Have to.
greatest
You
WrestleMania
have
ever.
to. You have to.
Because
That's what I'm saying.
I think that motivation is going to make these matches slap. But I do think there's not like you can't come on TV telling me it's not worth it. The tickets are too high and this and that. But they're talking to people who already have them. Just like I saw Coachman say, you can't come on TV and say we're lowering the prices 8 days out from the show and expect somebody to be like, oh, okay, let me get my whole family together. Hey, baby, kids, we going to WrestleMania. Let's go. Because they just lowered the ticket prices by 25%.
That has to be for the locals, right?
For-
Like,
for
there's
a
no
week.
way.
For a
There's
week.
no-
Because it's not
the
that
same
much
people
no more.
that Pat McAfee is for.
And it's only Saturday. It
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
only
it's only
the
one
rich,
day.
it's the rich bros that already could just be like, we're going to send the PJ over there. All right, it's fine. We'll just go.
like
Because who's flying a week out? Like, you just can't get a good rate
Like,
to make
like
this trip.
I was saying, it's for the locals. It's got to be for the locals. That's the only way this makes sense.
It's locals, it's driving distance, it's people that got money.
Or
like-
that you were already going, because like my crew had already become over the last couple of years a crew that we only would go, and only me and like Teak would wind up going to Mania. The rest of us, the rest of the guys would just do all the indie stuff and hang out and do other things. So I think they might have realized that they've gotten a crowd of that. Like there's a good amount of people that are coming in town just to see GCW, just to do meet and greets, just to do all the other stuff. And so if you can get 1,000 or 2 of them to decide last minute, and that's what they're doing. I think I think as I'm talking, they're on to everybody who's on the last minute tip. I think that's what it is. This is for last minute people who always are like me when I'm like, oh, don't buy now. Wait, they're on to us. Like,
I guess.
that's what it is. This is like, I know you're thinking about it, and I know you're going to do it if the price gets low enough. So let's put the price low enough. So they're talking to me basically because I don't have a ticket for Sunday, and they still haven't discounted Sunday. But just saying, they're basically talking to people like me who are going to be there, but aren't sure if they're going to go watch a watch party or go into the building.
So I just think, like, I get it. If you're like, this is detrimental for the live crowd, but I think arguably, I know EB1 cosplay is saying this, but I think arguably, they're gonna have
2027. They already sold. It's in Saudi. It's already sold out.
Saudi sold out, guaranteed.
But this is what I think what's gonna happen with Saudi. I think the WWE is gonna learn from their mistake here.
What got you?
Sorry.
I almost got you,
I
bro.
think he's like,
Lie or something,
I think
man.
he's like a
don't
little
know.
cat, like I think they're gonna learn from their mistake and then mess
What
up
mistakes?
and book a banger of a card for where people can't make it.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be the problem. But I don't know, man. Like, yes, it doesn't feel like the full WrestleMania, but let me ask you this. what would you have put on? And I know we asked this question every week for the past 6 weeks. It's like if you look at the roster up and down, outside of Braun Breaker, everybody that's a major player is on here. Like there's nobody you could do. So is it the presentation along the way, along with the ticket sales, or is it that you don't have the warm and fuzzies? Which one is it?
Well,
it's the
because this card on paper looks great.
No, it does. Every match on this card sitting right in front of us looks great.
On paper. So it's on TV is the problem.
I'm going to back Marcos a little bit. If we go match by match, and we'll start.
Let's talk about it. Let's go.
I agree.
Randy can be a fantastic match as long as Pat doesn't F it up.
But now we got Pat and Jelly Roll.
That's what I'm saying. TV. That's not on paper. That's not on paper. TV has ruined it. But on paper, these are great matches.
So it can be a fantastic match. We already talked about how throwing hands, Liv and Vakir looks to be a great match so far.
Yeah,
for
sure.
And they work. They
even
both
though
work
still
well.
Had that knot on her head on Saturday,
and they have the best build out of any match on either night
on this paper. Yeah, for sure.
Arguably, the shakiest match here is the Becky and AJ.
Well, don't jump to it. Let's go.
That's the shakiest.
Oh, so
yeah, you know why? Because I think AJ Lee is still not going full throttle. I think she's still scared because of the ring rust and everything, and they haven't given her reps.
Well, let's keep that match by match because then we've got Seth and Gunther, which should be
arguably will headline
on paper. That's a main event.
That's a main event for WrestleMania any other year.
Yes,
and if they had more time, it would have been a main event.
True.
But
okay.
And then we get into the first that's a little bit shaky, which I agree with everything Marcos just said. With AJ and Becky, haven't worked together a whole lot. Like the build has been decent, but it hasn't been great.
Hater or lover, Becky's one of the best hands that WWE has. So she's in great hands to make her look great.
Well, and AJ was that person for a decade before.
Yep.
So the talent
this pulls
is
in
there.
This pulls in the casuals who are like, "Yo, AJ Lee, what?"
Exactly.
So yeah,
then you've got the Fatal 4-Way,
which is insane.
The amount of talent in there is amazing,
and the chemistry that they showed. Like, notice that they took out the bigs in this last week, right? Like, notice that Lash and what's her name have not been on TV participating in the For You. They're establishing everybody else. The champion sells the card, because they're going to be the immovable objects. They're going to be the bruisers in this entire match. But now you got everybody else. And Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre for me can headline a pay-per-view with any title around it. Yeah. And I think those big guys are going to show what they can do.
I agree completely. I think that's two guys that can absolutely work, especially for big men. It's going to be awesome. And then you've got the 6-man tag that brings in so many viewers because you have Logan Paul and Isho Speed, who have two of the largest followings of the younger generation right now out of anyone.
And whether you hate him or love him, Logan Paul is a worker.
He's a worker.
And Austin Theory is a worker as well. They'll protect Speed.
And if reports are true, the stuff that Speed is doing has been impressive.
And
which that kid is a legit athlete.
And then take the Usos of it all. Yes, Jay by himself might not be the greatest worker, but the Usos is arguably one of the best tag teams of all time.
Yeah. And
they'll cover for LA Knight, who's gonna botch. But they will make sure, I think with the formula there, it's ironic that LA Knight is in the celebrity position because the Usos are in this match to make sure that LA Knight does not botch as much. Let's be real.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So what do you think, Derek? Did he convince you? Is this
I'm waiting. I want Derek to go line by line like we just did and tell us.
Right here. Right here. All right.
Go ahead.
You feel me? Listen. Okay, on paper. That was your whole thing, right? Was paper?
On paper.
Okay. Matter of fact, let me bring y'all here. There we go.
On paper, take everything out. Take the
take
jelly
the
rolls.
story, the build. None of that means anything.
Okay.
It's just what you see on the screen.
Like if you got the ticket and you're like, wait, what?
I got you. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. I can put a turd on a piece of paper, and if I smear it correctly, it'll look nice, right?
No, it's still shit.
No, it's still a
Listen,
turd.
I ain't say it will smell good. I said it'll look right. If it smears correctly, it'll look like a piece of art.
No.
Yes, it will.
That's like if I take a banana to the wall and call it art, doesn't mean it's art. It means it's a banana.
And you know what? Somebody will probably buy it.
Well, they already did.
Okay. So
well, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna have you back up what you say. Go match by match and tell me what issue you have with each match. Let's go. No, you can keep the spotlight on you. I want you to have your full undivided time. Let's go.
Like I said, all the matches aren't bad, but yes, there are some. Okay.
I want to hear your opinions.
The 3-man tag team match, for instance.
Okay.
As a wrestling fan, this is not what we want to see.
Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong.
But does that fall into the entertainment value because you don't like the individual part? I'm talking about they're going to kill it in the ring. You're telling me they're not going to kill it?
We'll see. We'll see.
Because they're arguably in the most important spot because they're on national TV.
It's for free.
It's because it's on one of the largest platforms in the world.
And these two matches, somebody with a higher financial degree said these two matches will give us more buy-in and people sign up within this next hour for the rest of the card.
Yeah. So now they have to deliver.
So somebody who got a job off of either favoritism, I used to work in the business, this, that, and the third, and everything else, or I got a gang of money, so I'm gonna buy the company, said that this is a great match. So that's what it's gonna be.
Okay, so let's say I Show Speed and LA Knight are just relegated to small spots. Usos versus Austin and Logan Paul, that is a banger.
The match we just seen, like what, 2 weeks ago?
No, we saw a match that led to a storyline.
We saw this match 2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago when they lost the titles to them.
Yeah, but we didn't see the full match. We didn't see the potential.
So now we just add 2 more people and now we put it on WrestleMania.
Okay, but so tell me, outside of the fact that we don't want to see that, what is physically going to be wrong with this match? So you're going to sit there like this? Like let's say Logan Paul goes out and hits a 450 on somebody.
Logan Paul,
you're gonna be like, oh, get this man off my TV.
Look, hey, you know what? I'm gonna let all y'all be great.
No. I'm asking you a question.
Look at the past WrestleManias. Just in the time that I've been going to WrestleMania, this will be number 4.
Okay.
And look what we've had from LA to Vegas back to back.
But
you cannot tell me that this is not one of the worst WrestleManias that we're getting.
Okay, look at what I'm wearing here. Ran, when you went to Tampa and Andre the Giant Battle Royal opened up Mania, what would you prefer? This hour of banging matches or 45 minutes of Andre the Giant?
What year was that?
I was like,
yeah. I guess that was right after COVID, or was it before COVID?
Okay, so that was before COVID. Tell me how much stuff is different now that since we've had COVID.
Well, I think, I don't know. You don't think that these matches look good? I mean, whether they deliver or not is a different story.
Okay. I
think it looks good. I'm just disappointed that the build.
The build has been the issue.
The
card is
okay, Derek. Let's move on for the 6-man tag. All right, let's go the next match that you have a problem with. I want you to continue because I don't want you to. No. This is a dialogue. You are our podcast brand owner. I want to get your opinion. So tell us. Let's go with the next matches you have a problem with. I just want to know. I want to pick your brain.
At the end of the day, it's not that great of a WrestleMania.
Okay.
Period. Either whether it's build, whether it's the matches qualities that we got and the build up to them, this shit thrown together. This whole WrestleMania is thrown together. Because if Seth didn't get hurt, we would have had 9 times out of 10 Seth and Roman.
Well, if Seth didn't get hurt and Braun didn't get hurt, so they had to shift a lot. But here's the question that I'll ask you, because I won't ask you to defend every match or tell us why it's crap. Do you feel that there's no excitement for Mania because the build has been poor, or because the matches are poor?
It's a little bit of both. Like I said, there's good ones. Like I said, everything's not bad. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll being interjected into Cody and Roman, the match, it writes itself.
Mm-hmm.
The match writes itself. It's been ongoing since Legacy.
Okay, so this is where I want to point out certain things. I think this is right up there with last year's Mania. It's just different participants were slotted in. Jey Uso versus Gunther was underwhelmingly, with the exception of me, one of the poorliest title matches that the WWE has put on. And this has been documented. Even didn't you say you didn't like it either?
I didn't get to see it. I wasn't in there.
Okay,
but the build to that match, amazing.
Okay, New Day, was it? Because I remember us talking about Gunther beating the crap out of him and handcuffing Jimmy, and you're like, how is this good?
Underdog story.
And Jey Uso got hung up in the ropes a couple times during that build.
Okay, same thing with Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston was winning gauntlet matches and then getting told like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. You ain't getting a title shot. You're not getting a solo this. You're a B+ player this. You're a B+ player that. Oh, let's have your tag team partners run a gauntlet, and then maybe you'll go. Like, it's the same thing.
Okay, so let's go to the next match: the New Day versus the War Raiders. That's a Monday Night Raw match, dog. The New Day versus the War Raiders.
It's only
the
because
New Day
the
half is amazing. The War Raiders.
It was only because it's the War Raiders.
Yeah,
I can't control who got the title, so
okay. So the Usos.
How long have the New Day been a tag team? How long was the New Day a tag team?
Just as long as the Usos.
Okay.
So then why don't you like the Uso match? You just defended the War Raiders.
Listen. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Because if it was a team versus a team match, okay, that's a little better.
Okay.
I don't want to see I Show Speed get in the ring at WrestleMania. Put it on Monday Night Raw. We could have got that last week. We could have got that on Friday.
5-2 versus LA Knight is legitimately the same match as Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn, just swapping out different people.
Have no problem with that match. The only thing I would have put in differently than that is either Sammy wouldn't have been in it and it would have been Carmelo, or it would have been a triple threat with Carmelo since he got screwed out of the title anyway.
I don't know why it's not a triple threat.
Only difference.
So Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, in my opinion, is worse than the two matches that we got this year.
What two matches?
The two matches of Seth versus Gunther and Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. I felt like the three-way triple threat match that headline night one was just an example of WWE not knowing what direction they want to go with all three guys, so they put them all together. It didn't even have a title feud. It had arguably the same exact promos that they had now.
It was literally let's fight for Paul Heyman.
Fight for Paul Heyman.
Yeah,
it was still
Paul Heyman on a pole,
and it was super predictable.
Pull him off the pole, and yeah, for sure.
And we knew
I would rather have.
I didn't need that match last year for sure.
Yeah, but this is their headliner.
Shoot. Oh my God. Wait a minute, y'all. I just thought of something crazy.
Okay.
What if Oba and Brock? What if Paul flips?
Why?
Because
I thought about it last night.
Own mouth.
To the future. He flips to the future. He's done it for a decade. He flips to the future. He left Brock for Big Show at some point.
Which was the dumbest swerve ever.
Right.
And it was bad haircut, out of shape Big Show.
He leaves Punk for somebody every 5-6 years. He's leaving for the future. And then we get
so
Oba,
you turn
Oba running.
Heel, or you turn Paul face?
I think you turn Oba heel.
And it works.
Then Brock has to fight from underneath, and then we get the rematch at SummerSlam, and he retires Brock at SummerSlam.
No, I think it fits better. You know what, Rand, you might be a booking genius. Walk with me here.
Okay.
The favor that Paul Heyman owes Gunther is you give me Brock a retirement match. You figure that out. And then the reveal from Paul is, hey, you know, Brock, how I make you sign everything? I just made you put your career against Gunther at SummerSlam.
Okay. And then what? He runs behind Gunther to protect himself? Like, at that point, is Paul a good guy at that point? Is he?
No, he's a bad guy. And then you get a face Brock.
Face Brock for his last run.
And then he loses. Because the overwhelming odds of him being able to topple Gunther, and I can see Derek's face already getting angrier and angrier.
It's awesome.
But it is like night 2. So okay, night 2. Let's digest night 2. What I think this is arguably an amazing card for night 2.
I have a headache.
You don't think this is a good card?
How you can? Yeah, I don't. I think it is a good card. I just, we just want a little more.
I'd say that this night 2 card is a WrestleMania card. Yeah. I'd say night 1, with the lack of build, leaves a lot to be desired. Even though when you go match by match, you're like, okay, that's a good match. I can see it. But the lack of build has made it a bad card top to bottom. This card, they've built. Whether you love it or hate it, they've been building Punk and Roman for months. Mm-hmm. They've been building
for years, arguably, if you think about the War Games.
They've been building Finn and Dom for months. Jade and Rhea has had actual build. The one that I agree completely with Eric on that is like, why is he here? Is underdog Sami Zayn with the belt for no reason. It should be at minimum a triple threat and have Carmelo in there. I would have preferred just Carmelo and Trick. It would have been better. Throw back to the NXT days.
Yes. I don't know if it's true or not, but people are saying like they gave Trick they gave him the weekend off to go on his honeymoon, which is crazy. That WrestleMania would be that time. I'm sure he would have been like,
don't you have a meet and greet?
Any other time would have been great. But then they put in this injury angle, like, oh, I'm hurt, but I'll be back. I'm gonna see you when I.
Talking about Carmelo?
Yeah. So he's got a meet and greet. Okay, so yeah. That's
no, but it feels like Carmelo is basically spoiling the card. He's like, hey man, I'll see you for that title when I come back. That's basically what he said to him on Friday Night SmackDown.
Pretty
much.
So
Derek, the promo from yesterday soured you on Punk versus Reigns. Or you wasn't up on it at all?
They've been like, okay, Punk versus Reigns started off as a piece of toast, right? Piece of toast. You know how toast is, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a little rough exterior on the outside.
It's reliable and gentle on your stomach.
All right, there you go, right there, right? Okay, so after them first few weeks, they just been splashing water on it. They just been going like this. To their little feud.
They said this toast is a little hot. We need to cool it off.
And then yesterday they went.
Yeah. Oh, they just doused it. They doused it. It's like, I don't understand. I guess they were like, we can't go any further, so we might as well just backtrack and try.
Don't even let them talk to each other.
Okay, can I play devil's advocate?
Play it.
Okay.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Sure.
If it would have been Punk and Cody, would you be mad? If we would have gotten Punk Cody 3?
Punk and Cody?
Sorry. Excuse me. Cody Reigns 3.
That would have probably been better. Is somebody
I don't think Cody? It would have been better.
Is somebody going to beat up Cody? Is Cody getting his ass whooped? Is the Rock
everything is the same on both sides. Pat McAfee's not there. Roman is still talking his shit. Because you can literally just put Cody and where he's saying everything.
And then Punk and Randy.
If it's whatchamacallit,
if they would have switched
like that, then I'm okay with that. Because why did we need the segment last night? Why have we been getting these little segments that they could have just let them keep fighting. They didn't have to say a word to each other.
Okay.
I hate you. I'm gonna bury you next to your dad. Throw hands.
Just throw hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question from the
I
group.
agree.
Question to the group, rather, not from the group. Did TKO have anything to do with this yesterday? Or this was Triple H?
I think this is writer's room.
All the old heads from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They need some new blood in this writer's room.
Yes.
It makes me sick.
But the one thing that I like about last night was that Jay and Jimmy did not look like they were upset that they were there. You had Jay had some light in his eyes again, and Jimmy with the smile.
That's because Jimmy just had his baby.
Okay.
Good.
Surprise to the world.
Okay.
You know, that's cool. But I think so let's go match by match. Let's since we have this here. So is it a foregone conclusion that Reigns wins?
Yes. The ladder match is dumb. That shit don't make no sense.
Who
at all?
Penta retains?
I mean, I still want to see it. I think it's going to be the best match of the weekend.
To be real, I hope not.
Okay, who do you want walk away with the belt?
I'll take Evans.
Okay, I can see that. But what do you do
with my biasness?
No, I said that Evans, but what do you do with him there? I think he wins with the help of Kofi.
I mean,
I would love to see it.
What do you mean? What do you do with him?
I would love to see that.
I mean, outside of him just winning and be like, oh gosh, and I know that's what who got in trouble for saying that. Like, I don't want him to be a face. I want him to have.
All right, don't go Kevin Nash on us.
No, yeah,
Bojangles.
Like
he said he needs some more grit.
2 Bojangles. Okay.
God damn.
Right.
No, I got my fantasy booking for this
because I feel like this is the rest of the year. Hold on. This is the rest of the year. If he doesn't turn, these other 4-5 men are his feuds for the rest of the year.
No, bump that. Get it out of here. Kofi helps Javon win. He's like, yo, you want to be a part of the New Day? And Javon's like, I don't know, but you did help me. You did help me. And then right when Javon is like, yeah, this thing's working. Back comes Xavier Woods from injury. They flip on Javon Evans. Xavier Woods finally wins that IC title. Him and Kofi dap it up. See ya, Javon. And then Javon can be the face again, getting all that pull while heel Xavier Woods is like, I finally got my belt.
I like it.
But
I like it.
Okay, from a narrative standpoint, I like it. The result, it makes no sense. So then,
how does that not make sense?
What?
Okay, hold on.
That makes perfect sense.
Let's wait. Let's take this step by step before you guys. Hold on.
Let's see. I just want to hear what you say. Go ahead.
Okay. So from a narrative standpoint, Kofi Kingston is recruiting Javon Evans because he thinks that Javon Evans is going to win the belt, and Javon Evans is going to be the easiest mark to get over, and for one of them two to get the belt.
Yes.
He knew a couple weeks ago before Evans was in this match that Evans was going to win the IC title, and that Evans is the one that's going to be. That's what I'm saying. Narratively, it doesn't make sense.
This does
if they
make
say,
sense.
"Ha
If it makes sense. The New Day is off the card, right? They look up and down the card and they say, "Oh, there's the guy that we've been trying to talk to. This is the perfect way we can get him on our side." We inject ourselves as Hall of Famers, legends who are not on the card. We inject ourselves. This is the match you're doing to do it to.
I get it, but why would you try to recruit him before he's in the match then?
Why not?
New Day is a 3-man crew.
So you're saying that Kofi always wanted Javon, and then somehow when Javon gets success, they're going to be like, screw this guy. Let's just take what he has.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I mean, to be
he already
real,
said no. He embarrassed him.
It can go any of two ways. It can go the way that Shane just whatchamacallit, which is brilliant in my idea, but I'm also biased. I like the New Day. So this to me, it would only work narratively if he says and basically lays it out. Like, once you disrespected me and you were in this match, I knew how to manipulate you. Not him like, oh, I've been planning this since I recruited you.
because that means that he knew in the
Nobody-
future that
nobody
Javon Evans
said
was
that
going to
this
be
was like
Penta.
Nobody said this was like a 6-month master plan.
No,
Exactly
this is,
Rand was
he
just
looked at the
saying.
card and said,
They
"We're not
went-
on this. We're going to make an impact."
And they went, yo, here's this Javon Evans kid. Grayson Waller ain't cutting it. Let's kick Grayson Waller out of here and bring in young OG. He fits with us. He works better. And
So
then
is this a long term or short term? Do you let it run its course to next Mania, or is this something that resolves in SummerSlam?
no, it resolves in. I don't need year-long builds. I need
No,
4 to 6 months at max.
Nah, Javon, he doesn't need to keep it for a year.
So when do you turn? When do you turn on him?
When
Is it
Woods
on a
comes
Raw
back.
or on a PLE?
You let him keep it for a month or so. You let Woods fully rehab until he is absolutely 100%, which then you don't have to rush back or anything because now Kofi's got this new tag team. Grayson can be like, oh man, what about my spot? Yeah, shut up, Grayson. Start pushing Grayson out of there. And then Woods comes back and is like, hey, young OG, you did it. Yeah, I'm glad you're a part of us now. And they're like, yeah, we're going out for your match, And then they screw him. Woods gets the belt. It cashes in on
But how do
the
you get
individual
him in a match with
How do you
Kofi,
get him in a match? It's
with
whatchamacallit,
Kofi
bro.
or Woods?
It's a whole. There's a whole like it's the open challenge shit. That's what.
Yeah,
they're
he
doing
can
with
throw
these
an
two
open
titles.
challenge. You can be like, hey, you got this belt and I'm excited for it and everything, but I got to put you through the paces now that I'm back. And, Kofi vouched for you and everything, but I just got to make sure. And they have a match.
So
And
basically-
Kofi screws Javon and it is like walks out with Austin in the title.
which
Short
is-
term then?
Yeah, I mean it has
4
to
to
be
6
short.
months.
It's a mid card title.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
All right.
And then you let Javon fight back. And even if he takes it back off of Xavier, even if Grayson Waller and Javon Evans end up the new baby face tag team out of it.
I think
Uh,
I like this, but we know WWE, and I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do this. I think what is more likely, which is stupid, which is just at the end of the day, everything goes back to what it was. The factory reset is gonna be somehow Ray's gonna win, and then we're gonna go to Ray and Dom at the next PLE.
it's stupid.
Which,
yeah, the same people are going to fight. This is true. This is probably what's going
Like,
to happen.
but like I want to see it.
I think
like
if it does
but I
happen,
would want
it's
it to go into the end of the year and maybe
No,
do
I
a
think
Monday
if
Night
it-
Raw for 1st of January, which is not too far away.
I agree. I think that if it does happen, though, this is a Monday Night Raw storyline that would just progress week to week. Probably doesn't even make it to pay-per-view, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And-
saying?
and-
It's just
and goes
every
to
week
the-
they do a thing and then it's over.
But they do a blow off at the end of the year. That
A
gives you
year?
what?
A year
At
is
the-
a long
at
time.
No,
to
no,
be-
at the
get
end of the
wrapped up in
year,
this.
that's arguably 7 months max.
Yeah, I don't even think it goes that long, but maybe.
I mean,
Maybe.
it's definitely 8 months.
Yeah, you
But,
cash it in at the next pay-per-view. And
Yeah, you could do this at
Send it.
Backlash. You know what I mean? It's like, okay,
That's
now
a lot of story to tell in such a little time, and I feel like
we've been
you
playing
don't let it
GM
cook.
mode. Once you get a 4-star rivalry, you got to cash in on it or it starts to fade.
It gets
All right.
ill.
So then,
Yeah, cash in.
so what do you do with Oba? Like just separate match. What do you do from
Rocket.
here on out?
Rocket.
yeah.
So he beats Brock.
Put him on the Artemis 2 and send him to the moon because this
So
man
he-
is gone.
He beats Brock.
No,
Do
he
you-
doesn't beat Brock. That's the thing. I don't think he beats Brock.
Why not?
Nope.
Like
Because you gotta
even-
run it back.
I mean,
you gotta
No,
run this
you
back.
don't.
This is money. You run this back.
Listen, at the end of the
This
day,
match
let's,
should
let's keep it a buck.
We thought the same
explode.
about almost. We
No,
thought the same about the almost.
no. Almost was 5 minutes. See you later. Get that check. This is different. This is very different.
I do not want Obafemi's biggest match in the WWE to date to end in a loss. That makes no sense to me.
Win,
Derek,
loss,
do you
or
see
draw.
this?
Sorry,
Look, put it
man.
like this. Put it like this. Win, loss, or draw. This could end in a disqualification. This could end with him losing and somebody interfering. Either way it goes,
Who's interfering?
I don't fucking know. A masked
Nah,
man.
I don't know if you interfere in this.
A masked man interferes. That's who interferes in the match. A random masked man.
So I'm the only one that says that if Oba doesn't win, I riot.
It should be every black wrestler that he's beat come in, and that's how the match ends. But
Get
no,
the Hogan treatment.
in all seriousness though, if Oba loses, okay, cool. I don't want to see it, but I'm biased.
But that lends to the narrative of like.
Hear me out.
Go ahead. I'm here. I'm listening.
At the end of the day, where I disagree with all y'all, because of how big this one is, it should not be Gunther that retires Brock. Y'all should just let it be Oba. Why not?
Yeah. I think he's too young. It's too early.
That's been my whole thing. This whole beginning of Gunther retiring people. Why are we not putting over a younger guy?
Yeah, I mean, this is
start taking out these old heads.
That's not the TKO way. I'll just say
TKO sucks.
I mean, you're probably right, but that's
hold on. Did TKO turn Triple H face? Like cue that Homelander meme where he's like, "All right."
Jesus.
Triple H just said, "Oh God, there's a great quote." He interviewed with Joe Tessitore for some reason.
Was it a real interview or Paul Levesque kayfabe?
You tell me, because listen to what he said. Let me find this again. Hold on. He said, "Yo, it's not like sports, right? Where if the top quarterback goes down, the next guy steps up, and then you see great things happen. We don't have another Cody Rhodes. We don't have another Randy Orton. We don't have another Roman Reigns. So naturally, when people go down, the product is going to take a dip." He said this out of his mouth. Like, you don't have all-star talent on the bench. I cannot believe he said this.
Okay.
Now you answer. Is this in character, or is this
Wait,
Paul
who was it that
talking?
said this on
Triple H said
okay.
He said, "We don't have another Roman Reigns. You can't just ain't next man up like in real sports."
Why don't we? They created Roman. Roman was created, right?
Arguably the three people, with the exception of Cody Rhodes, and you could go back and say it was Cody. Those were Vince guys. Like Vince, like at the end of the day, Vince is sitting somewhere like, "Yeah, I created Roman."
But I mean, the counter to that is you've got Oba that is ready and waiting to take on that role, and he's not a Vince guy. He's a Triple H guy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, all these folks are created. They are, for the Pokemon lovers that are in the chat, like, they're Mewtwo. They were created. So why can't other folks be created? There is another Roman Reigns. So who that is?
I totally agree.
I want to hope that this was like, in character, but because I honestly don't know.
It sounds like he just buried his whole roster.
Okay,
he basically just said, "Y'all suck, and when they leave, we're fucked." That's what he just said.
Y'all ain't got no stars.
Is he trying to say that, like, financially speaking, like in terms of recognizable talent, or you think he means that, like, in ring, all the intangibles?
But nobody was recognizable until they made it to that level.
And I don't think that that's one that, he's like, take it to the bank, because if we look at the women's side, Jade is new. Stephanie is new. Those are your champs. Like, Julia is new. AJ Lee from a decade and a half ago, arguably three out of the four are fresh faces to the company.
Arguably, WWE knows how to book around injuries, because those two champions you mentioned, those are both results of top females going down when they were on the cusp. Naomi and Bianca. I don't think those two champions would be walking into WrestleMania as champion. I think Bianca would have beat Jade, and they might have run him back, but most definitely, I don't think Naomi would have dropped the belt up until this point. Like,
there's also so much talent. It honestly, it does remind me of like the other sports, the NFL, the NBA, where the superstar goes down, and you have this guy come off the bench that has never gotten time before, and the next thing you know, he's throwing 4 and 5 touchdowns in a game. I mean, that was Kurt Warner. He was absolutely nobody, and then became one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
I wish somebody like Derek would have said something. Derek would explain it very eloquently as a person that does amazing hair. It's like when the front of your locks are fully grown in, but you decided to add locks to the bottom, but they're not fully grown out. If Triple H would have said something like that, like they're not quite 100.
Why did this man just explain it so good though?
Wow.
It's like
Let that hair grow out
like,
real quick, and we gonna go ahead. We gonna get it started.
But right now,
be great.
we don't have the full lock. I can't pull my hair up because it's in the in between.
I hate it here.
But
I mean, he's 100% right. Shout out to Duke Lawrence, who said yes, he could have put that a different way. Like, my man, like, you don't have stars back there. Like you yourself, Triple H, weren't the product of Stone Cold being hurt, Rock leaving, and all types of other things happening, which led to you becoming the face of
he could have been abused era. Too. He could have been sitting in the room and been like, when those guys were gone, and be like, what are we gonna do now? Vince is like, we're gonna go bankrupt, and then Triple H is like, and then he looked at him, and then he's like, anyway, like I was saying, we're going to go bankrupt. What are we going to do? I think the WWE will never beat the allegations that they've been having since the 80s. And it's self-imposed, which is they've been saying, what are we going to do since Hogan left? Mm-hmm. And since then, they've been like, what are we going to do? And then stars develop organically. And then when they're getting long in the tooth, WWE is like, yes, 100%. And then when they're like, hey, guys, I don't know how long, they're going to be like, what are we going to do? Like, that's a product of Cena. That's Roman Reigns. Like, all these guys made it. They became who they were after the fact. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and if we stop and just think for a second, like, it doesn't take a whole lot to go, oh, wait a second. Matt Cardona's on the roster. Like, Indie God. Logan Paul. As much as I hate it, he's ready for that next level and could be the guy.
Yeah.
Dom Mysterio.
Dom is right there. And let's call a spade, because we've all talked about it so many times, and it's probably his own doing is the reason he's not. But you got LA Knight in this weird triple threat 6-man tag. Like, he could be in either of those title matches, and it could be good.
As much as they talk about this, I think that they have 3 people that are ready to take the mantle. And this is like just pure young people. Like, I'm not talking about your Jacobs, because they're a little bit long in their tooth themselves. Like, they're 30s and they're older. Like, number one, you have Trick Williams, you have Carmelo, you have Javon, you have Austin Theory, Logan Paul, you have Dom, you have Oba, you have all these young guys. That
are those, but to listen to what he's saying, are those plug and play guys? Randy goes out. Can you plug Dom?
Nobody else was. You think WWE was sitting there looking at Cody and Roman and be like, you know what? I think we're gonna be fine when John Cena was leaving. No, they were talking to John Cena like, hey, dog, I know you say you're not coming, but have you seen the new offer we sent you? And Cena's like, nah, bro, I'm good.
Right. At that same time, some of those names, Trick, I think you could stratosphere him, and he would make up that level. He has that stardom about him. Oba,
and you got Bronson, you got Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Like, these are guys.
They got to prove they can stay healthy. But yes, I agree. I think we got guys that are very close. You give them a couple of good looks.
They got to grow their hair out, baby, before they get those beautiful locks.
Gotta grow the hair out. Like, because with Triple H, there was a built-in story. He's like, oh, I got screwed 5 years ago, man, regarding my friends. Good. Like, and now I'm going to make everybody pay for that. Like, so at least he had a story that, like, kind of worked with his catapulting. And I think they don't really have that, where it's like, y'all screwed me for so long, except Logan. I think Logan tomorrow could be like, you know what? I'm the biggest star here. F y'all. And just improve it.
He could open Monday Night Raw after Mania. Like, if let's say, for example, easy booking, let's say they lose, right? Let's say something happens to the belt. Let's say they throw in an impromptu. That's not going to happen. But let's say they throw an impromptu tag match for the Usos, a rematch. The Usos win the Raw after Mania. Logan is sitting there. Bronson, Braun Breaker comes back, costs Seth the match. And he could easily be on there like, no, give me the mic. He's like, So, Braun, you were back there this entire time. You could have come out and helped us, but you came out and helped Gunther yesterday. Like, I'm tired of being part of this this whole faction. I'm the biggest name here. No, Paul Heyman didn't even come out with me for months. Like, exactly. Boom. Rocket to him.
Boom. Now, gone. Like, they could easily do that.
And then you got individuals, whether you like it or not, they are your aces in the hole. El Grande, the 2.0. Did the WWE know that they had the talent that this guy has been producing when he took this crap gimmick? No. But now
Gunther has made lemonade out of the worst lemons, and is a star with that gimmick. I think
not Gunther.
Finn.
You're talking about
we're talking about. Well, yeah, OG has done. The OG El Grande was already supposed to be.
You got two guys that can burn it up. I am actually envious that AAA is getting the mask versus mask because both guys can work.
Yeah,
and
that's
they
gonna be
get it.
That's gonna be a good one. I think. I mean, we briefly glossed over it, but is this the time? Do we finally see Finn take his rightful place as a main eventer after this?
I don't know where.
I hope so. His match with Punk was arguably one of the top 5 matches of the year, if not top 3.
So let's ask the real question: is TKO gonna let this happen? Because obviously it ain't Triple H. Is TKO gonna
he's a Triple H guy.
Let Finn be great.
Would they let Finn be great? I don't know. He's a little guy.
Hold on. Can I might get some flat.
This man has said this 4 times. He is just opening a firing squad to himself.
Bring it.
I would rather see Oba win the title this year than Finn.
There's 2 titles. Give me both.
Right. There's 2.
No, I think the path for both men is on Monday Night Raw.
Ooh.
I think the path for both men is on Monday Night Raw.
I would pay money for that match at a pay-per-view. I'll tell you that.
I think if maybe
how
Finn
good
jumps,
would that match be?
Give me a number 1 contenders match. Give me them 2, and then let's go.
Finn being able to take bumps at a level that few others can.
Yeah.
And being able, who's shown that he can go against larger talent and still look good.
Low key, man. That didn't he do the Japan match with Brock? And that was really good. So I would love to see it.
And you know who I think can breathe a lot of life into SmackDown and push him as a major heel and not do a lot of tweaking? Ethan Page. Ethan Page can be that heel, that foil that a babyface Cody needs, that that is not tired. You know what I mean? And you could keep them away. Like they can make each other. They're super familiar with each other. Like I want to say Ethan Page trained at Cody's school after the fact, like, as to get prepared for his WWE thing. Like it's one of those situations that it's like, yo, you have the players there. I just think Cody as a champion with Drew, and I don't think you turn Jacob heel. And with Randy, like I think WWE did him the service that they didn't bring anybody fresh there, and it kind of like led to the push. And I don't think he has go home heat, but he definitely has, like, we've seen this heat before. And the fact that they could have brought Roman over and have him challenge says everything. They're like, oh, he's fine, and it's like he's not fine. like you brought Seth in to help him. You couldn't bring Roman over to like give him that main event feel. And I think Randy CM Punk like would have killed. Yeah. Because those are 2 vets that are like, you know what? They don't even have to talk about the match. You know what I mean? Like, like they'll be like, hey man, I'll see you in the ring, dog. It's like, all right, cool.
Right.
That's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, hey, like I heard that rehearsals are gonna happen earlier this week, which to me is crazy. Like, what are you rehearsing? I guess the major spots, because on paper, their main events do not need rehearsal. Like, these guys should know each other and how each other works very well.
Yeah, but it's WrestleMania. You better rehearse for WrestleMania.
And rehearsal isn't rehearsing. Rehearsal is standing around the ring and going here to this, into this, into this, into this, into this. All right, now we've got the main and we can do the rest.
Right.
So, Okay, now if we speed through WrestleMania, what do you guys want to see on the Raw after WrestleMania, or is it just going to be a regular show, kind of like how they kind of tempered Royal Rumble to be a regular show, where we in our minds have this amped up in terms of surprises and how it's going to be one off and special? Do you think that we're going to get a normal night after Mania, Monday Night Raw, Derek?
Yeah.
Or
I hope not, because it's the Raw after Mania.
Okay.
The most
Yeah, it hasn't been big as
Monday
it used
Night
to
Raw
be, though.
ticket.
This
is true.
Who comes back? Who do you want to come back? What storyline do you? Because I think it's arguably gone downhill since Brock came back and beat the crap out of John Cena.
Well,
that was a legit
they did
surprise.
It to Cody. They did that to Cody, but yeah, that was big, I guess. But
no, I'm talking about the John Cena one where he came out and he was like, and he first came back to the WWE ever, like his first real comeback.
Oh yeah, and then just got destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't expect much, no. But let's just say, like, I think we get some sort of big swerve at Mania, and it just came to me talking to y'all that it might be Paul and Oba, but I don't. Maybe that won't happen. But if it does, they start off the next night him just being like, Brock, it's over. We burying you. You done. And then moving on. And now he's taking Oba to the top. And Adam Pearce, I want a match. I want this. I want the title. I want CM Punk or whoever wins. And then going from there. But I think lately what's going to happen, at least with Triple H and all this talk about not having the next people up, it should be a focus on moving people towards higher things. Okay. Finn needs to come out and be like, I want a match, or whoever. I mean, whoever wins big, I think should be coming out trying to move up on the card.
But who do you want to see, Derek, Shane? Like, what do you want if not even if you could book it, like Backlash from Mania, like what would interest you? Like, because you have a couple people that are circling returns. Do you have Bianca come back? Do you have Braun Breaker follow up what I assume is going to be his return after returning at Mania? Like, who's a surprise? Who's a person that could pop up? Do you have NXT people, or those don't really matter in Monday Night Raw these days? Because they've just been popping up. There's no like surprise debut. It's like, nope, I'm here. Like, does Kevin Owens, is he even ready? I don't.
He had meet and greets and then they canceled. They canceled his shit, so I doubt it. I feel like as far as someone coming up from NXT, don't really know. As far as the men, this is just me. We got the 3 hottest dudes already. That was just on NXT. We got the 3 hottest dudes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some people, but also there's some people on NXT that I feel like still need that NXT rub. As far as coming back, I would love to see Bianca come back. I would love to see Bianca come back on Mania to do something. She's been gone for a whole year.
But to do what? Does she get involved in Jade's match? Or she just comes out backstage segment to get a huge pop from? I think the arena would explode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could interfere in Jade's match. Her and Jade are still supposed to be.
They got
no beef.
They ain't got beef.
So she could come.
That would be
and take out Rhea, who technically injured her and wasn't supposed to be in her match last year.
I like that.
Yeah.
And also, I think Rhea's going back. I don't think Rhea's winning, and I think Rhea's going back to Raw, like back to normal after Mania.
I think so too.
Yeah,
like this is like we press the alarm. We need somebody to make this card seem sense, and they didn't trust Tiffy enough.
That makes sense. So, but if we know that Mania isn't the end of the story anymore, so a lot of these stories are going to continue.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's one of them that needs to, but Jade might need something else after this. You know what I'm saying? She's got the baddies. Like, I don't know. Maybe this doesn't end. Maybe
who gets the biggest refresh? I think SmackDown is stale. Like, I think the belt goes to Randy, but it's not like Randy. but I don't think they're going to move on to another storyline. I think it's going to unfortunately lead to the tag match that nobody wants to see.
Yeah,
But,
because like who else you got lined up for
our
Randy?
wrestling brains? We know it, how this is gonna go, and that's exactly how it's gonna go.
So then, do you make things fresh on Raw? Like, is this a whole new, like you give Roman or CM Punk a whole different direction with the belt, whoever is champion at the end of the night?
I mean, listen, from what it seemed like, folks don't get rematches. You know what I'm saying? Not for real. Jay ain't get one after he dropped it. Roman ain't get one after he dropped it.
That's a good point.
Cena didn't get one. Well, Cody got one.
You only get one if you demand it.
You got to demand it, man.
That's what it is.
It's fine print. It's fine print.
I was like, we just talked about last night that
and Cody won the right to challenge again.
Still ain't got a rematch. Since
who?
Since what? I said Kofi Kingston ain't got a rematch since 2019. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? If we throwing stuff out there.
Yeah, the rematch clause is out the window.
What's the freshest? What will make you go like, all right, what will make us come in on Tuesday and be like, yo, I didn't know WWE was going to go the direction. Who challenges Roman Reigns that'll pique your interest?
I don't think that happened. I think Roman wins and then he's off. He's not doing Backlash.
God damn it.
I mean, you know how it goes. Roman
wins and he's going home
in that portion. But I mean, low key to me, it's still better than when Brock was doing it.
Okay.
It's the same to me.
I mean, same thing.
But no, Brock missed consecutive pay-per-views.
Yeah, I think Roman's lays off for a while. Punk has been trying to do every town, so he'll do it. But I don't know who he would fight at Backlash. So I guess maybe we get him and Finn to run it back, or something.
So because of Roman,
we all agree that Roman's winning.
Okay, so because of Roman's availability,
I think Roman wins.
So okay. I was about to say, because of Roman's availability issue, do you make a case for Punk to retain? Like Testify Jazzman. I was going to call him Jasmine.
Well, Testify, I actually can see the point of that because Punk has been, all he's ever wanted is a Mania main event. He's got it last year and lost. Got it this year and loses again. It's like, all right, man. So
maybe that's how he goes. Like he goes out his last year. Is him winning.
I wouldn't be mad at that. He could win it so he could finally get his moment, and then he can lose it the next show or something.
Do you think he wins and then he's in an impromptu four-corner match? No, against Roman Reigns, like 4 people next Raw, and then Roman wins. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just think Roman needs to win, or can he suffer the loss here?
Like, Roman is Teflon. He can take anything.
I mean, Roman's also lost the last 2 WrestleManias.
He's lost the last,
and he's still headlining.
He's still, he'll be back at the next one. Yeah,
he's lost the last 9 out of 13 matches.
What do y'all?
And he's still headlining.
What do y'all want to see? Just as us,
I want Roman to stay
as fans,
but as a fan,
he's going to be gone.
He's stepping off. So you got to remember that he's not going to be around. So as a fan, I want the belt on TV. So that means we want Punk to win.
I guess. I mean, I feel that as a fan, I did get one thing with this Mania. I got almost every belt being defended at this Mania. So I will say that that's cool.
Except the tag.
I feel like, yeah, because
that was both tag belts.
Both tag belts not on the show is crazy.
Well, once on the show, it's just not being defended.
Not being defended.
Right? Does that count?
That is wild.
I don't think it counts.
Sounds crazy to me.
But that's neither here nor there.
What do we know?
I think
who even has the tag belts on SmackDown?
Has the belts on SmackDown?
Who's it?
Truth. No, it's Truth and
Truth and Damien.
They're gonna be involved on Friday. Something's gonna happen with them.
Why can't we have
that? Should have been Mania.
Ice things. I don't know. I
miss Philly with the ladder match. With the
tag ladder match is a cool idea.
That was great.
That's what happened.
Now that's a match to throw anybody in outside of this IC title.
Last year, I thought that was going to happen.
They might do that on SmackDown before. They'll be like, all right, let's do a main event of SmackDown will be a 4-way tag team
right after the
match.
Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
So,
Man.
damn,
I feel bad that
puts
and Truth and Priest not being on the show is crazy. But
it puts
they'll be on the show. I think this is when we get our Truth and Dan Houses
backstage with Dan Houses.
Truth gonna tell you how to get onto these apps. He gonna break it down for you.
So let me ask you this. So we went from having the title on every week for effectively the last 6 months on both brands to Roman Reigns being gone until arguably what's the next major PLE?
Until November. No.
That's crazy.
May, June.
I don't know.
I think he goes international.
Schedule.
I think. No.
You know what? They're gonna do. They always do a day one, right? Don't they do a day one?
No.
They don't do that anymore.
They did day one time.
No, but aren't they in
that
Paris
used to be a big deal?
Aren't they in Paris in June? I think he shows up at Paris.
Okay, that makes sense. No, they're doing Italy. Yeah, it's Clash in Italy. So he'll probably show up for that.
It's happening on AAA.
Yeah, AAA in May, and that's gonna cook. I'm gonna watch that live. I normally catch up with AAA afterwards, guys. I think a lot of things is gonna happen in that main event. Did we have anybody in their bingo as The Undertaker being Booker of the Year so far? It's like what?
I never would have saw that coming.
Did you see the meme of him showing up?
Put him in the sombrero.
Yeah. Him coming out to book Triple Mania. It's like, let me tell you something, amigo.
He's gonna be like, "Hola, Mexico." He's gonna be like, "Ah!"
Does he come out to Mexican Badass?
I don't know. That'd be cool with a
unbelievable.
This is the redemption with a motorbike.
Yeah, the redemption arc nobody saw coming for Undertaker.
Okay, before we go, because I think we're getting long in the tooth. Is it me or Triple H's last TV appearances in the last 2 Raws? He's just been like this.
The contract signing, he didn't do anything.
Both even last year when he came out, he was like, "Stop it," and then he looked at Adam, and he was like, "I don't know, brother.
I don't know. I did everything I could, brother."
like, yo, he has the same energy of Hogan when he couldn't rip his shirt off. It's just like
it's like
the Netflix debut.
Yeah. Oh god,
yeah.
It's like
he has the same energy. Like, I don't know what to do.
Hey man, I'm here. What you want me to do? I'm here.
Crowd booing.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
No, it's his soul dying. That should have been the caption.
Soul dying is the caption.
No, the Netflix debut.
I know, but like Triple H's last couple of weeks is like caption soul.
But
dying.
the fact that I will never forget watching that in the Netflix auto captioning goes
crowd booing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he taught the oboe. He shook his hand or something.
Yeah, but it's like, yo, this man has been on TV those last 3 weeks, has not said a word, has not said anything. Because he probably went out there like, "Yeah, I'm going to cut a promo on TKO." And they were like, "No, big guy." Like, no, sit down. It's like, okay. Like, bro, I feel like William Regal has more power than him on TV. It feels like. But, yeah, so what's the wrestling question of the week? Rand, we've all asked, what is your wrestling question of the week? Like we've been ending the show on like a wrestling question. I think I picked what was your favorite moment for Mania, was your favorite memory or like something like that. So if you have a question, it doesn't have to be that deep. It could be like, what's your favorite piece of merch or something?
How about, okay, we can, you know what? I think if we're gonna keep it in the WrestleMania thing, because it's the last show before Mania. What is a match at a Mania that you can remember that you had no, really no connection to? You just felt like, I don't want to see this. Why are they even doing this? And it became like an unsung banger.
And this is gonna show my age and who I was a fandom of. I thought Owen versus Brett. Like I was like, what is this gonna be about? I was like, nobody wants to see Brett versus the Nugget. And then they went out and was just like, we put on a banger. Good luck following that.
Yeah, that was a banger.
So that's my answer. You guys?
That's a good one. You know what? I gotta think. I had a list, but now I gotta pick my top one. You know what? Since we're talking Undertaker, there's so many streak matches, but I will say Undertaker versus Ric Flair. And I think that was 18. Was it?
Is that that's when he took the dart into the floor?
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was like, oh, that guy's getting fired. You're there for one job and you completely missed the biggest target in the history of wrestling. Like, he was too quick, boss. He was too quick.
It's too quick for me. No, Flair like did what he needed to do. He bled like a stuck pig. You know, they had a good match, man. This was 2002. This was a time. I mean, 2002 was a time, man. It was a lot of big matches. Everybody was like motivated to like perform. And I feel like 18, I don't really talk too much about. I don't hear too much talk about WrestleMania 18, but I feel like it's one of the unsung bangers though. X8, all we talk about is Hogan and Rock, you know, icon, but there was some bangers on that card.
Wait, so we're getting so the cameraman happened way later. 2002, that's a different thing. But I know the match you're talking about.
Oh, so you might be talking about.
I'm talking about it was the Ric Flair Taker match.
It was. That was a different one. Then.
Yeah, I think 2000. I think you got your years wrong.
Okay.
But I might be incorrect myself because I remember Ric Flair only faced the Undertaker one time, and it was no, it was Shawn Michaels Undertaker.
That was Shawn Michaels when he kicked
when I thought he died. I was like, ooh, he hit that.
They've always done some good cameraman angles. Shawn's always good at that. I don't know if that's something that he puts into his matches because I remember the first Hell in the Cell. That was how they got the cage open.
Right.
As he like super kicked the cameraman. I was like, yo, that's so brilliant. Like nobody thought of that before to be like, oh, he's hurt. Now we got to get him out. We got to raise the cage. Instead of being like, okay, I'm going to just bang the lock off and all right.
Speaking of Taker Shawn, I still cringe every time I see the exact spot that caused his spine issues when he hits the casket.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, ooh.
That was bad. Yeah, that was bad.
All right, Derek, what about you?
I'm trying to look at which one. It's the WrestleMania where AJ Lee retained, and then the night after she lost to Paige. When Paige came up from NXT.
Oh, that's like when I first started watching.
I wasn't too hyped about it, but that match was good.
Derek said he was wrestling with his family.
And
you know what? That actually brings a good question in. We were just talking about, I think me and Derek were talking about how Paige or Saraya always sells out her meet and greets, like always has long lines. People love to see her. Do you think she returns?
Yes.
I think she's gonna
when I don't know, but yes. Because she's actively said in interviews that she wants to go back to WWE. She feels like Paige the character isn't done. And but she did say she wanted to train before going back.
Does she, if AJ Lee retained, or if she comes out, or a shot,
that would be amazing.
Or let's run this batch.
Monday,
that's it. Monday. That's the Monday Night Raw.
That's what happens on Monday. Is
look, Marcos, you got one.
That's it.
You out here.
That's it.
Looking something for the fans.
We booked
look, he's trying not to smile.
Like AJ Lee comes out and she was like, I know I lost yesterday, but I am better than Becky. Becky, get your ass out here. And then they play Paige's music.
You think she loses tomorrow?
Or
No, I
she
think
retains.
retains,
And she
and
comes
says-
out and says, "I'm ready for any women. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm back, baby." And then we get that Paige music, and they run
I'd
it
be
back.
hyped.
That's
I'd
a
be hyped.
holy
Now
shit
that would
chant.
make
If
me
I
hyped.
ain't never heard it,
that
Yes,
would be
it is.
amazing.
All right, Drizzen, you end us with this. And
Did
before
Derek
that,
get hit? Oh yeah, did you say yours?
Yeah, he said Owen
Wait.
and Brett.
Oh yeah. I
Did you
forgot
see
you kicked us off with
testified?
that.
Jazzman said the cameraman was Superfly Snooker's son.
Yeah, that's what Marcos was commenting on earlier.
That's wild. Good.
Huh.
Okay, so who you got? What do you got, Drizzen?
So I've got two, but one of them I think we knew going in. The first ever Money in the Bank match at Mania,
Okay.
but we were like, it's just another ladder match, but it wasn't. Like it over delivered.
Yeah.
But I think the one like sleeper ended up being amazing. I think I'd go Cesaro Seth
Okay.
Yes, that was a banger.
with the 23 swings.
Seth is a got a million, like he might wind up Mr. WrestleMania before it's all over. Like there's not like the Shawn Michaels hype behind it, but he's behind many of the best Mania moments of like history.
Yeah.
There's the heist of the century. He caught that crazy RKO off the step up from Randy the same night that he cashed in. Like, yeah, Seth is that guy when it comes to Mania. So he has a lot of moments.
do you think his larger than life character with his fits and everything is the reason that people don't regard him as high as Bryan Danielson? Because they're cut from the same cloth, except like
Yes.
5 to 8 years apart.
You are correct. I think his gimmick sucks, in my opinion. I think Seth freaking Rollins is done. They need to stop this gimmick. I think they need to retire it. He needs to be taken seriously. And it's just, I am a revolutionary. It's like, it's stupid to me.
I think that they kind of made us, because he hasn't really talked, and he's wearing all black. He's wearing like very serious clothing as of late. Nothing loud, like regular suit.
We'll see how he comes out for Mania. They're gonna have something crazy. He's not doing all black for WrestleMania.
he's gonna come out with the same suit that Bianca wore, but just for men, like some years ago. It's gonna be like see-through sash. Like, bro, what are you doing?
This
like,
man's
I am
gonna
the revolutionary.
He's gonna come out riding a fire truck, burn it down. So, like, it's gonna be something ridiculous.
Are my nephews booking this? Like, that's some like, oh, we need that what is it? What are those dogs that all have community jobs?
Oh my god, Paw Patrol.
Yeah, we need that Paw Patrol on
dogs that have community jobs.
I was like, what?
No, it's legit. Like, think about it. They all have municipal jobs. It's like the very most practical show. It's like, oh, you're a dog that can talk? Guess what? You're a firefighter, bro.
Yes. No, I'll say yes. I'd say Seth could keep the cosplay for Mania, but I think I just want to see the gimmick change a little bit. Like, he's been on this same gimmick for like a decade, and it's just a little old.
And they changed his music twice, didn't they? Or once?
Maybe twice. I don't remember. But yeah.
So Derek Wren, where can we see you guys this weekend? Where are you guys going to be popping up?
WrestleMania. Actually, I don't even know if I'm going to WrestleMania, but I will be in Vegas. Just got a new update actually to my schedule. Zia Records is very excited about my new record, which, oh man, I don't have one in here. I wanted to show y'all my picture vinyl. The song Pipe Bomb, we put it on a picture vinyl, and I'd never seen picture vinyl before. I didn't know how this worked, but it's just a literal picture, and you put that into your record player and you play it, and it plays on both sides. And so we're gonna sign some of those and do some exclusives. And I'm doing a record store day in store at Zia Records Eastern on Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. Come through. It's record store day, so there'll be all types of really dope specials happening. I think I'm actually playing some songs out there too. So yeah, that is happening on Saturday. I think there's some wrestling going on Saturday and Sunday. Not sure. But outside of that, Thursday I'll be at Mark Henry's event doing some music. And then Friday, I think we're gonna go to spring break. Catch Sandman's last match.
We got Swerve too, right?
And Swerve is also going down. So you know what I mean, you gotta swerve when we drive. And then man, there's a lot going on. Wrestle Lit, so much other stuff happening. I will be posting my schedule every day. So just check my stories, check my stuff. It seems to be changing rapidly. But I'll be around. Come see your boy. You know how it goes. If you see me, you gotta sweet me when you see me. You know what I mean? And yeah.
And everybody randomly, when you see Derek, just give him $1 and take a picture with him. Just be like, thanks, man. We appreciate the pod. The man is hard working. Derek, are you bringing your emergency hair kits out there? Are you going to be lacing people up?
Listen,
come on, man. Hey, we talked about you being prepared. Listen. You might be walking the strip and you see Kofi just walking around like,
get
man.
ready. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready.
When I tell you,
you see Jacob. Jacob is like, oh man, I gotta get my locks done. Ain't nobody around.
And you like, man, say less. If you don't get over here.
Listen. All right, look, it's already gonna be with me. I got a go bag already ready. Okay. So we in there.
Okay.
We are in.
All right, guys. Safe travels. We look forward. We might have to do a 2-parter for next week. Just one on you guys telling us stories. And let us know what happens. Well, we'll be there. Me and Shane will be there in spirit. I will be literally jumping up and down in front of my TV setup because although a little bit of FOMO is there, I really enjoy watching WrestleMania at home, especially because I could teleport from my couch upstairs after the event is done. Well, this has been another awesome episode of Bumps and Bruises podcast. From my friends to yours, thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe. Please follow Mega Ran, check his schedule. Derek, I assume, is going to be on social media. Everybody, we'll see you next time. Peace out. This is an unfortunate screenshot for Ran. Later.